Hello, everybody. This is Rick the Hijo Binya. Been a while, but I'm working full time now and got other things going on, including Trinity Wrestling America, a God and Wrestling Connection series. That's what it was all about. It was about getting that going. So it has been a while since I've posted, but I've got a little bit of a tidbit for you today. This is a kind of an important piece, at least to me. It was a spiritual revelation that came to me. The Lord, the way He works with me is He gives me a question, a random question, and He brings it to me, and it causes me to have to think about that. So what I do is I bring it to the family. The family kind of starts to talk about it. They go and research it and find out as much as they can. We come together at the table and we come to a conclusion about the particular question. Well, this question had to do with it was an extension of the bigger question that we got before about labor and how it doesn't end. It's going to continue into the next life. We're going to continue to work. It's not work never stops. There's going to be labor even in the other side, in the heavenly realms. There's labor just like there is here on earth. The only difference is what I'm about to share with you. But it comes from this verse, and I'm gonna share the screen with you here. Okay, so here's the screen, and I'm gonna bring up my window here. So here's BibleGateway.com, and we're looking at Matthew chapter 11, and looking at specifically verses 28 to 30. So it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden." So the prerequisite is that you're laboring and that you're heavy laden. In other words, those of you who want substance, who want to eat, who want to grow the kingdom, those of you who are laboring and are heavy laden, and it's become an arduous task for you, come to me and I will give you rest. So does that mean that He's going to lay you down on green grass for a couple weeks and you're going to be able to recover, and then He's going to put you back into that arduous task again? Or is He talking about something else completely? Come to me, come unto me. In other words, there's a place for us to go in order to receive a special kind of rest. But this also translates into the coming kingdom, where the word justice relates. It says, "Take my yoke upon you." Currently we have the yoke of the world upon us. Here He's saying, "Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, my ways. For I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, my burden is light." So He's not saying that work is going to cease altogether. He's saying that work is going to be surrounded by justice, where in this world it's inequitable. It has no justice. There is no justice for those who labor, because the world is already predetermined who's going to win and who's going to lose. And there is no hope for the child of God that doesn't come into His rest. So this brings up a deeper subject about going into this place that many are calling the courts of heaven. You go into this place and you seek the rest of the Lord. You seek His rest, and He gives you His rest. It's an equitable rest. It's one that's light and has little liability. That's a word that we use here in this plane. In this plane, everybody tries to get away from liability. We don't want to be liable for our actions. We don't want to be liable for the things that might happen to another person because of us, right? Well, there in His kingdom, there's equity. We're always liable, okay, for the damage that we do, but because what we do is justice, damage never gets done. See the difference between justice and injustice? Injustice is a concept where there's always damage, and a party is always being damaged. It's something where one gains and the other fails. That's the courts that we find ourselves in today, these Babylonian civil law courts. He's saying in the scripture that there's a different place that you can go and you can find rest, and that is easy, that is his burden is light. And that's because it's him who's doing it. It is Yahushua HaMashiach who is actually doing the labor. All you are is the vessel that presents it, that brings it forward. So this is something for everyone to think about. I didn't want to get too detailed because we have people at all varying different levels who listens to this particular podcast. But I needed to get the word out there so that everybody can start to consider it and find out where it is that you are in this particular process. Have you asked the Lord for his rest? Have you entered into his rest? Or are you still operating according to the ways of this world, which are never going to get us any kind of equity? So there you have it. I hope this word was good for you. Please subscribe to the channel. I will try to post as much as I possibly can, but right now my ultimate purpose is wrapped up in Trinity Wrestling America, which you can find at trinitywrestlingamerica.org. You can see all the videos that we've done, concerning our wrestling promotion. So God bless all you guys. Thank you very much, and you guys all have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next time.